I'm Bonnie Garcia, and another tool that I use in my classroom to aid in personalized learning is the menu and a journal. Many teachers are using an interactive notebook and a journal for student work, and just because we're little people down here doesn't mean we can't use them. So I've introduced them to my class, and this is the bulk of their learning and where they keep all of their learning. Along with the journal is a menu. A menu is a guide for them. The menu says what we're working on, but it doesn't tell them how to practice that skill. And it doesn't even tell them what order they need to go in. So the students are personalizing their menu. They're choosing what they want to work on first or second or not at all. The student chooses the activity that goes with that menu. So I'm teaching a grammar skill. So this week was using is or are. And I taught it using a game. But the student could have chosen a different way to practice that or show me that they learned the skill. Some students will choose the game that I actually teach them with, but they don't have to. I don't fill anything in on the menu other than what the lesson is and what the spelling skill is. Again, students choose the way they want to practice that based on their SMART. So for example, spelling with long I using Y. My Logic Smart student this week decided to use Legos, and he built all his spelling words out of Legos. That's not something I would have ever thought of, but the kids are always teaching us and each other, and it's fantastic. Kids use the journal to record or hold all of their work that they're doing. And the idea is that they work during language arts time, they work in their menu. They put all their work in their journal, and on Fridays, they turn in their menu that says, I've completed everything, Mrs. Garcia, I'm ready to check in. And I simply call their name, and they bring their journal with them because they have to check in on Friday and bring me their work. I am in the classroom when this is going on. The teacher is the guide on the side. They come and bounce ideas off of me, or we discuss ideas on how they can complete these activities, but they're choosing what they want to do. There are going to be those students who need a little bit more direction and a little bit more structure. So those students are your small group. You will pull them together with you and you design an activity for them. Otherwise, after I've taught the direct instruction lesson to the students, they take their menus and I set them free. And it's hard to let go of that control that you think you need. But in my opinion, this is proven to me, and I've done it for several years. Students are learning better this way. They're in control. They know what they're doing. And when they can explain to me what they've learned, I'm pretty sure they've got it. In order to start using a menu process in my classroom, one of the drawbacks is it's going to take time. So you're going to need to be patient and work with the kids. I don't just hand the menu out and say go from the very beginning. So the very first time that we hand out a menu to our students, we talk about the menu, we discuss what it is, what its purpose is, and what they're going to do with it. And then we all do one square together. So the very first week, we will all do spelling together. They know what their smarts are, so they get to choose how they want to do the spelling activity, but everyone is doing spelling all at the same time so that we can understand how to use our menu and where do I put this information, where does it go in my journal, and how do these two things work together, and how do I learn? And then on the next day that we meet as teacher and students, we will all do the grammar lesson together. Everybody does the same lesson at the same time, so we can understand how to use the grammar portion of the menu. I will do this whole group with the menus for about a month. It's a rough estimate. You have to gauge your class. Some of them will pick it up faster than others. And eventually, that small group of everybody doing the same thing at the same time will get smaller and smaller to where eventually everyone can just be handed the menu and they take off and just do what they know how to do. So this is one way I can take the standards that we need to teach our students and learn, but also personalize it so it's more engaging and beneficial to the students' learning.